Greetings world. We are Anonymous, and the AEGIS Alliance. Our exposure today is of Judge Will Delker of the corrupt Kangaroo Superior Courts of New Hampshire. Judge Delker is under high pressure to keep protecting the drug dealers in place, or retaliation of financial poverty, federal prison time, and political power destruction will transpire. The state of corruption, Mike Gill and mortgage specialist, have been retaliated against criminally, for many years, due to the protection of the drug trafficking into the state, specifically from South Florida, as well as other places. Judge Delker's antics on April 28 of 2017, in which Mike Gill's assets have been seized, evidence of moles, murders for hire and bugging, is only part of this judge's involvement in this criminal organization. Delker is protecting the IRS, and that paperwork exposes them and Bill Shaheen. Delker takes all his orders from Shaheen. Anonymous allies around the world wish to inform you that high-powered officials are directly watching every criminal move that transpires between yourself and cronies. Your massive destructive plan to keep these illegal actions ongoing has only backfired. There are now bugs in place, wiretaps, and moles gathering information for your prosecutions. The governor of New Hampshire, Chris Sununu, is clearly seen holding hands with Governor Rick Scott of the state of Florida, with dirty federal officials keeping all of your palms greased, in an attempt to avoid your long-term prison sentences that will be handed down. That state of Florida legislation recently passed a bill. This bill is HB 477, co-introduced by Representative Jim Boyd. Now adds fentanyl, carfentanil and several other synthetic forms of the drug to the list of Schedule I substances. These drugs have been blamed for intensifying the heroin epidemic in South Florida, as exposed by the Bradenton Herald's Jessica DeLeon, on April 20, 2017. The Senate's version of this bill, SB 150, was approved in a 7-0 vote by the Judiciary Committee. Anonymous entities declare it will not be very difficult to gain evidence from Florida to New Hampshire for federal sources to interact on manslaughter charges, with this very well-known epidemic occurring around the United States. The higher powers of protection are now only protecting themselves and letting you bury yourselves. The double murder of Christine Sullivan and Jenna Pellegrini on January 27 of 2017 that is tied to the 20th Circuit Courts of Florida and the kingpin, Lee County, Florida Sheriff Mike Scott, is just the start of your problems. Judicial Watch is on the move, and is highly aware that former Judge Mark Steinbeck has been overseeing cases illegally on the bench in Fort Myers, Florida, while already being resigned formally on December 31 of 2014. Judge Delker's tactics of failing to notify Mike Gill of a hearing while in Washington, D.C., attempting to get a meeting with President Donald Trump, is a matter of public records altercation and conspiracy. We are the Anonymous Legion, and the AEGIS Alliance has anonymous allies. We do not forgive. We do not forget. You should have expected us